Why Roman Reigns tried hiring ex-WWE name. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. WWE dominating tribal chief Roman Reigns came to former WWE writer Jimmy Jacobs with an unexpected personal pitch by asking Jacobs to be his writer, as Reigns himself said. Jacobs laid the X-bomb during the Kaf Duren podcast, revealing that during his stint at WWE, he was scripting some big feuds, including Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon on SmackDown and John Cena versus Roman Reigns on Raw, when Cena approached Jacobs one day to inquire whether he could develop his character in the future. This came as a shock to Jacobs, who had been fired by WWE due to a slip-up in a wrestling skit. Although Jacobs confessed he felt oppressed under the regime of Vince McMahon, the interest of Reigns proved him right again. Roman approached me and he wanted me to be his writer in the future. However, that invitation was short as Jacobs quit WWE soon after. Late in 2024, he moved to TNA and AEW, where he left AEW. Jacobs implies that Reigns' overture not only highlighted his personal worth as an artist, but also the motivation of him to grow as an artist. Since the Raw after WrestleMania 41, he has been conspicuously missing in the WWE. His absence has been cloaked in secrecy, but there is plenty of heavyweight speculation that he may be returning to the WWE around SummerSlam. Fans will be eager to know whether he will be back with his trademark ferocity and even a new creative direction. The fact that he wants to have a dedicated writer also shows that he has dissolved the lines between a wrestler and a storyteller. It represents an increasing tendency in which contemporary WWE superstars want to have more control over their on-screen characters. Jacobs said that Reigns desired someone who would assist him in articulating nuance and depth, meaning someone at least familiar with the language of WWE storytelling, but also with the voice of Reigns. After reports of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns being cast for the upcoming Street Fighter movie, another WWE star has found their way to Hollywood. The movie will have British actors Bill Nye and Matthew Horn as part of the cast, and a prominent NXT name is also joining them. Jordynne Grace might be eyeing the NXT Women's Championship next week, but she had some important news to share with her fans recently. The former TNA star took to X to post a report, talking about her acting debut. According to the report from Variety, Grace will be part of the genre-bending fantasy feature Welcome to Paradise. British pro wrestler Richard Summers Calvert will be writing and directing this independent movie, which is currently in post-production. The WWE NXT star will play the role of Lisa, per IMDb, and Variety described the synopsis as follows. The story follows Lisa, who awakens on a mysterious beach with no memory. After meeting a creature who tells her she's arrived at the carnival, she discovers a vibrant venue populated by humans and magical beasts. There she meets Harvey, another lost soul, as they attempt to uncover the truth about their pasts and find redemption, though everything comes with a price. Last September, Grace revealed that she had been shooting for a movie and shared a photo with Summers-Calvert. Jordynne Grace will have the chance to win her first championship in WWE at the upcoming Evolution PLE. The former TNA Knockouts World Champion will challenge Jacy Jayne for the NXT Women's Championship at the July 13th event. It will be a busy weekend for Grace, who will also team up with Blake Monroe to take on Fatal Influence's Jane and Fallon Henley in a tag team bout at NXT's The Great American Bash on July 1. The Juggernaut will hope she will have more reason to celebrate next week. In addition to her first steps on the big screen. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are each other's biggest rivals in the current era of WWE. The American Nightmare and Undisputed Tribal Chief have main evented 2 consecutive WrestleManias for the undisputed WWE Championship. Rhodes ended the OTC's iconic 1,316-day title reign at WrestleMania 40. While the two teamed up at Bad Blood 2024 against Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa, their clash in the future seems inevitable. Reigns and Rhodes are 2 of the biggest stars in the industry. Their fan bases often get into arguments about who is better, with some even suggesting a real-life feud. Both stars are set to face off once again, this time on a big screen, as they both got huge roles in the upcoming Street Fighter film. Roman will play a villainous role while Cody is set to play a heroic character. Now that both megastars are part of the same film, a clip from their cinematic segment before Bad Blood is going viral, where Reigns told Rhodes that, "You're in my way in life." This has reignited the rumors of their real-life heat once again. However, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes do not have any real-life heat. Both megastars have debunked the rumors in the past. Speaking on Shaq Wrestling ahead of the 2025 WWE Royal Rumble, the OTC denied the chatter and even called the American Nightmare a great champion. Meanwhile, in an interview last year, Cody Rhodes said that although he had made some negative comments about Reigns during his AEW run, they haven't discussed it, suggesting they share a neutral relationship. The undisputed tribal chief has been away from WWE television since Raw after WrestleMania 41. Fans have been eagerly waiting for his comeback as reports suggest Reigns would compete at the biggest party of the summer. Upon his return, the 40-year-old megastar will undoubtedly target Seth Rollins and his heel crew for sending him on hiatus. It will be interesting to see what plans the Stamford-based promotion has for Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in the coming weeks. The most hectic part of being a WWE wrestler is being on the road for the majority of the year. If that number is taken into account, then it amounts to about 300 days traveling from one city, country, and continent to another to perform and put their bodies on the line. And while the promotion is neck-deep with talent divided across the three brands of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, the company has been hit with injury woes and personal time-offs. In recent times, several wrestlers on the main roster have been inactive on television or have not been able to commit to in-ring duties owing to some sort of shortcoming. A total of 13 superstars have not been seen on television for a considerable amount of time. Here is the full list. The list includes some top stars like Kevin Owens, Liv Morgan, Roman Reigns, Rey Mysterio, Bianca Belair, Otis, and Tama Tonga. Owens has been off WWE television since April and is yet to undergo neck surgery following a serious injury. This resulted in him withdrawing from his WrestleMania 41 grudge match against Randy Orton. Following the same brigade, Liv Morgan also suffered a gruesome shoulder injury on the June 16th edition of Raw in a match against Kairi Sane. The former Women's World Champion recently underwent surgery and is in rehab. As revealed on the June 30th segment of Raw, she is expected to be back in a couple of weeks. The next wrestler on the list is not out due to an injury. Roman Reigns was last seen on WWE television on Raw after WrestleMania 41 and was attacked by Seth Rollins and new stablemates, including Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Reigns is set to play Akuma in the legendary Street Fighter reboot. The tribal chief is expected to be back at SummerSlam and resume his rivalry with Rollins. Other prominent names not seen on television in recent times include Zoe Stark, Apollo Crews, Ilja Dragunov, Chad Gable, and Big E. The list includes an interesting name in the form of Dominic Mysterio, who appeared on Raw last week but is reportedly suffering from a rib injury, because of which his Intercontinental title match against AJ Styles was canceled at Night of Champions. The list also had names like Tonga Loa and Drew McIntyre. However, Loa returned at Night of Champions and helped his stablemate Solo Sikoa to win the United States title against Jacob Fatu in Riyadh. On the other hand, McIntyre is all set to return on this week's SmackDown, as it was revealed during the TV tapings right after Raw in Pittsburgh. The former WWE champion will make his return against Randy Orton at Saturday night's main event in Atlanta. The OTC was last seen on WWE TV on the Raw after WrestleMania 41, where he attempted to confront Paul Heyman over the betrayal. While nothing has been set in stone, it seems that Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful.com has an update about the OTC's return. The former undisputed WWE champion is supposed to work a program for SummerSlam 2025. The premium live event is scheduled for August 2nd and 3rd, 2025, emanating from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Fans can expect Roman Reigns to return to the squared circle ahead of SummerSlam and set up his storyline for the biggest party of the summer. Experts have noted two storylines that the OTC can focus on upon returning to WWE TV. First, Reigns can aim to finish his story with Paul Heyman and avenge himself by taking down Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker while his former Wiseman stares in disbelief. Second storyline he can get involved in is the developing story with the Bloodline. Jimmy USO and Jacob Fatu have teamed up against Solo Sikoa's Bloodline, but are currently heavily outnumbered. The OTC can return to join hands with the Samoan Werewolf and Big Jim to even the odds. Former WWE writer Vince Russo has predicted that Roman Reigns could be heading to Hollywood. The OTC is on a break from WWE since Raw after WrestleMania 41. He is The Rock's cousin. The Rock is a top Hollywood star. Roman Reigns is one of the biggest superstars in WWE's history. Despite being a part-timer since 2022, Reigns remains a top draw in the company, and he could be headed to Hollywood, as per former WWE writer Vince Russo. The OTC has acted in a few movies and shows. He could be WWE's next big thing in Hollywood. Not to forget, he is The Rock's cousin. The Rock was a top superstar in WWE before he made it big in Hollywood. I really believe Roman Reigns' future, in my opinion, is way, way beyond wrestling. I believe that, on heading to Hollywood, without a shadow of a doubt. I think he has every quality and everything that it takes. There is really nothing more he could do in the wrestling business. I think guys like Rock and Austin and Cena, I think they reached that point where it's like, what else am I going to accomplish in wrestling? And I think Roman's accomplished it all. I think it's time for him to go on to bigger and better things.